Hello there, this is your Vendra dear, the little Napoleon Hill. I have dreamed and desired and am persistently continuing my journey towards my life with a sense of service. As Jesus Christ said, the greatest among ye shall be the servant of all. So that greatness is only attained when we have got a reverence, a highest respect, love for the mankind, and try to be acquiring abilities, capabilities, true sense of service, rendering towards the mankind, wiping the tears of every person, helping everyone, telling them the true power they are possessed in the form of their mind to control and direct and attain whatever they want in life with a power of will to strive, to seek, to find and not to yield. That is the basic purpose of my life. But that needs the awakening, the activating the soul, which is in the dormant state of mad with lethargy most of the time. And that's why the supreme powerful man behaves like a timid, coward, and indulges themselves in so many nefarious acts, so many meanful acts, and behaving just like a beast. So that is my sincere request to all of you. Arise, awake, and stop not till you have the real awakening, real knowing thyself who are you. That is the supreme purpose of my life, and that is the true service I can render. Let you know who are you. I just want to press your power, press your button, which will really activate your latent energy, the sleeping giant within your mind, within your soul. So that will be, I think, the true service I can render to all the mankind. It is easy to give some money, some advice and something else. But it will be the supreme service to let them know that give yourself, you have able the power. You have the power of everything. Just you have to use your intelligence. You must have desire, must decide, must have faith, must persist in alliance with the wise people and with a proper plan of action, and nothing will be evading you in your life. You can be great, you can be happy, you can have wealth, you can have health, love, peace, and fortune will be at your doorstep. And for this, you must consecrate. You must consecrate. And then consecration is in true sense simply means obeying to the soul. You must obey to the soul. You have that within you which is ever impelling you towards upward and advancing way. And that intelligent impelling something is the divine principle of power. You must obey it without question. No one will deny the statement that if you are able to be great, the greatness must be a manifestation of something within. Nor can you question that this something must be the very greatest and the highest that is within. It is not the mind or the intellect or the reason. You cannot be great if you go no further back of the principle than your reasoning power. Use intelligence and reason without regard to the principle, and you may become known as a very able man, but you will never become known as a person whose life shows the power of real greatness. There is too much training of the intelligent and reasoning powers, but too little training to the obedience to the soul. This is the only thing that can be wrong with your personal attitude, when it fails to be one of the obedience to the principle of power. Well, friends, we think too much about physical, but the time is for our real awakening and real greatness. We should think the spiritual power, the latent power within us, connecting our mind with that of God, which is the supreme source of knowledge, which is the supreme source of wisdom. And without wisdom, we cannot choose the right end, and we cannot also adopt the right means, and we cannot have the knowledge to do the right thing every right moment, and we cannot become great unless this realization has come to us. That is the real purpose of life, to realize the power of our soul. By going back to our own center, we can always find the pure idea of right for every relationship, to be great and to have power, It is only necessary to conform our life to the pure idea as we find it in the great within. Every compromise on this point is made at the expense of loss of power. This we must remember. This can only be with real awakening and real resurrections, and we can become great once we know the power of our soul. The sense of doing right thing every time and selecting the right means, and that is beneficial to the entire mankind. Let us remember also our viewpoint. We are a God in the company of gods and must conduct ourselves accordingly. The steps to complete consecration are few and simple. We cannot be ruled from below. We are to be at the great height. We must rule from above. Therefore, we cannot be governed by the physical impulse. We must bring our body into subjugation to the mind. But our mind, without principle, may lead us into selfishness and immoral ways. We must put the mind into subjugation to the soul, and our soul is limited by the boundaries of our own limitations. So it must be really connected with the oversoul, that is the Supreme Lord. We must put into subjugation to the oversoul, which needeth no searching of the understanding, but before whose eyes all things are spread. That constitutes consecration. That is listening to our own soul. And what is that? We must say, we surrender our body to the rule by our mind. We must surrender our mind to be governed by our soul, and we must surrender our soul to be guided by God. Let us make this consecration complete and thorough. And we have taken the step in the way of greatness and power. Dear beloved friends, this is the real purpose of our life, to listen to our soul. And then we shall seldom make mistakes. The history is full of such great persons. Lincoln, Edison, Martin Luther King, Mahatma Gandhi from India, all the Napoleon Alexander, all the great people who have got great intelligence, and their intelligence was governed by the power of their soul, which was also drawing all the energy and all the inspirations and all the hunches from the oversoul, that was God. Let's be like that. The life is very short. We must remember, lives of great men all remind us we can make our life sublime and departing leave behind us footprints on the sands of time. And that is only possible once we consecrate. The consecration is a real awakening. This is real enlightening in our mind to listen to the power of the soul. And then we are one of the God. We will behave like God. The cosmic intelligence, the supreme intelligence, the mind stuff, the absolute power of thinking. We are great. We are all great. Manifest it, realize it, and live a life listening to our own soul. Thank you very much, Brendra dear here. May God bless you.